One day I'm going to learn how to dance. Hey, thank you very much for showing up tonight. This is Roy Richardson, your friendly neighborhood tech troublemaker. I can't talk tonight, so therefore it's maybe a short show. Tonight, I'm going to talk about two things. One, LEDA. What's LEDA? We'll talk about that. Two, we're going to talk about Ecamm Live version 4.0 beta. It came out yesterday. I have it downloaded. I am live streaming with it right now, and it's incredible. So we're going to talk about the features that I like the most, and it has a ton of features. We'll talk about all those new features that are added, but we're going to talk about the ones I like the most, and I'll do a live demo showing you these features. So yes. Now, first thing you're saying is, what the heck is LEDA? What are you talking about, this LEDA stuff? You know, well, first of all, let's make the music stop playing in my ears. There we go. Sorry about that. Sometimes things just happen, right? You just make them happen, and there they go. So, don't you hate when you prep and then something doesn't go right? All right, there we go. PowerPoint. All right. So, LEDA. You may not know this, but April of 2021, I did a challenge called LEDA, live every day in April. And LEDA had me going live every day with different challenges and different things going on. And it was amazing. It gave me confidence to go live. I had never gone live before LEDA. And so LEDA, live every day in April, said, hey, come do these challenges every day in the month of April, and you'll build confidence and be able to go live on video. And I have been going live every Tuesday night since LEDA of that year with my show in its various forms. It has evolved and adapted and changed, and I've upgraded equipment, and I will tell you, it does lead to gear acquisition syndrome, gas. So yeah, that's the downside. But you can still join LEDA. All you have to do is go to livestreamingpros.com/LEDA, LEDA. So live every day in August. So they didn't do April of this year, so they're doing August. And it's only day 2 of the challenge, so you still can sign up to be a part of LEDA. And I highly recommend it. It has made so much difference in my confidence in myself when I go live. And I just learned so much about myself along the way. The challenges are amazing. And yesterday, for example, we introduced ourselves, talked about what we want to be when we were young. And then today, we went deeper, much deeper. And it's in a no judgment area. This place is amazing. And I promise you that you will love it. You really should go and try it. This is LEDA. So when you go out there to LEDA 2022, live every day in August, lure your pursuit tree from Livestreaming Pros. It's amazing. You absolutely need to go and join LEDA if you have any fears about going live whatsoever. You'd be amazed how many people that have really big channels are doing LEDA because it strips everything back down to basics. And so the LEDA challenge is amazing, and you still have time to sign up. So go to livestreamingpros.com/LEDA, LEDA, live every day in August. Sign up right here for the challenge. Name, email address, and they'll add you to the. Be sure to use your Facebook email address so that they can add you to the Facebook group, and so you'll get approved to be in the group. So, well worth the effort and the time. Definitely recommend it. So, that's it. That's all I'm going to say about LEDA. I've done an episode about it where I told you about how amazing. Now, so Ecamm, if you are a Mac user and you're looking for the best live streaming software there is, then you can do no better than Ecamm Live. You absolutely can't. It is the best. I've used OBS. I've used all the web-based ones. And Ecamm is absolutely the best for Mac. I wish Windows had it. But, you know, why would I want to do that to Ecamm? It works fantastic on a Mac. But the cool thing about it is that they've added so many new features. And the biggest feature they've added is multi-streaming. So before, if you wanted to go live on Facebook and you wanted to go live on YouTube and maybe you want to go live on Twitter, maybe you want to go live at LinkedIn all at the same time, you couldn't do it without buying a product like Restream that made that possible, or using StreamYard, which lets you go live on multiple channels. And now Ecamm has that built in. Now, there's some caveats to that. But right now, at this very moment, I am going live to my Facebook page and to YouTube at the same time because of the beta here. And so now the catch is that when you are restreaming, when you're multi-streaming like that, your bandwidth had better be good. And luckily, I've kind of put some things in there to kind of tell you if you've got enough bandwidth for you to do multi-streaming. Because unlike Restream, where you're streaming to Restream and then they multi-stream it out for you, your computer is having to do all the heavy lifting. So be aware of that. I'm on an M1 Mac Mini. It ain't blinking. It's like, whatever, man. I'm beefy enough. I don't have a problem with this. I can do it every day of the week. And I have the bandwidth because I happen to have a gig internet connection. So makes it very convenient to be able to do it. But let's go, and I'm going to show you some cool stuff about it. So first up, if you go to, so you can download the beta and run, if you have Ecamm, the normal version, you can run the beta alongside it. You don't have to uninstall your full version of Ecamm. You've got that 3.8 that you're using every day as your daily runner for live streaming and recording. I do a lot of recording using Ecamm. I do my tutorials and everything using Ecamm. So, and next up, I'm going to tell you, this isn't, I don't get any money for promoting this. I'm just telling you, this is what I use every single time I hit that go live button, regardless of where I use Ecamm. So I do have a link down in the description that will get you 30 days of Ecamm Pro. You do have to have the Pro version to do multi-streaming. So that does require, a subscription to their service. But anyway, enough about that. Let's talk about what it does. So here we are. I'm live streaming. And first up, let me show you. I'm going to go to demo mode. All right. So, by the way, for those that are technical, that like to talk about cool things technical, I'm using NDI to stream Ecamm to my Mac so that I can demo it. So that way I can do changes and stuff here and I don't goof up my machine here. All right. So one of the coolest things I like right here is you can go to new. Hello, new button. There we go. And I can say, hey, I want to go live, enable the multi-stream right here. So hopefully you see it. And I've got my YouTube channel added and I've got my Facebook page added. And then here I can go and I can upload an image and I can say go live now and I can hit schedule. And it will tell me right here, it's not doing a great job, it'll tell me right here the required speed, internet speeds you need to be able to live stream. Now this is important, to be able to live stream to these two channels. So if I'm multi-streaming to these two channels, I have to have at least 11.5 megabits per second kind of up and down. And that's really cool. That gives you that and it kind of tells you you can multi-stream up to 10 different locations, but you better have some bandwidth to do it. If I go and I add more than the bandwidth I have, it's going to tell me, hey, you've reached the limit. That's you can't. It's just going to flat out tell me no, and it won't let me go live. So be aware that you have to be be focused on that. So I've got a couple folks out here. Hey, Robert, how you doing tonight? Welcome. And then Big Red, hey, I hadn't seen you in a while. I say, is it better to start on a computer laptop or is a phone camera okay? Your phone camera is fantastic. Think about it. These days, iPhones and Android phones have incredible cameras. Use that. In fact, even if you go to your PC, you can actually use your iPhone or your Android phone as your webcam and stream from your computer or Mac. So if you're using OBS on a PC, you just take a USB cable and plug it up and off to the races. There's software out there that'll let you connect up just fine. In most cases, it will just connect up. You don't have to have any special software. I do find like on the iPhone, I like Filmic Pro because then it hides everything. Otherwise, the menu and everything is showing. There's Camo. There's a couple other utilities that you can run that takes all the way the menu items so that when you stream, you're just seeing your phone. You're not actually showing all the menus and stuff. So, because you don't want that on there. And then Whit, how you doing tonight, sir? Yeah, great heartfelt promo. LEDA is amazing. John, how you doing? Good to see you out here. So I'm gonna keep talking about Ecamm now and go back to that. So let me show you this demo here. Anyway, so it tells you, what kind of bandwidth you need. Now I'm gonna go here in my Ecamm here and go to preferences, and I'm gonna show you some things. So right here on the stream, right now it won't let me test, but earlier it did a test result to say, hey, the required speed for one destination, required speed for two destinations. If I go 3 destinations, it tells me what I'm going to need to be able to stream with the video settings that I have. And so then it does a test result. Now I'm live right now, so it won't let me do the test result. So I'm going to go to my demo and do the test result there. And then here you can add all your destinations that you want to go to. And then, of course, not much has changed here, but you can add stuff, do settings, that type of thing there. So none of that's really changed. Interview mode, though, now when you do interviews before, and I didn't even realize this, your guests are were in 720p. Now you can stream your guest at 1080. So if you are doing 4K and you can bring your guest in at 1080, it's going to be smooth as butter. It's going to look great. So yeah, Filmic Pro works great with Ecamm. Yeah, Robert says it absolutely does. So I use Filmic Pro. I also use Filmic Pro for just doing video on my phone because it does such a better job with the settings and such. So, so it doesn't show it. So I'm gonna go pop over my Mac here, my display here, and beta and preferences. And so here it will do a test. I'll hit test again, and it will go out and do a test of my internet speed. Now I'm streaming right now, so it probably going to come with a little bit lower value than it would normally, and hopefully it doesn't goof me up. It won't, because I have pretty good internet. But it'll do a test and say, hey, this is what, based on the speed test I'm doing, this is what I'm seeing is happening. And so then it'll come back and give them a result. And then, like I said, you can do this drop down and say, hey, if I want to do 10, it'd probably tell you, nope, you can't do 10, you're crazy. So I like that. This gives you kind of a little bit of thought process. Hey, can I do multi-streaming with Ecamm to all these different locations, because your machine is going to do all the heavy lifting. So it's going out and doing a test right now. Okay, so right now it says 83.5. It tested much higher earlier. If you look here, going to the preferences on my M1 Mac, when I did the test earlier, it was 213.5. Before that, it was like 250. Every time I test, it's going to be a little bit different, but obviously I have enough bandwidth to do this. And then I like the fact that, and of course, because I am sharing my screen right now, you're not seeing any of that stuff I'm doing. So let's go back and change up and get my screen showing here. So hang on. Let's do. Yes, I'm flying by the seat of my pants, y'all. And you're gonna let me get away with it, right? All right, so here we go. Change this up. Primary display, cool. All right, so now if I go to Ecamm preferences, you'll see what I was talking about. All right. I think, well, I mean, let's go to live demo mode so I can see. There we go. Yep, live demo mode. This will be like Inception. I'm doing live demo mode inside live demo mode. Okay, there we go. So here it shows my destinations. So these are places that I've streamed to before. And then, going here to stream, it shows you what speed it's tested that I can go at right now. Because I'm live streaming, it will not let me test that right now. So I showed you the test on the other Mac. And like I said, interview mode, this is really cool. 1080p now, video quality for your guests coming in, so they can stream to you at up to 1080p. I am curious though what will happen when I have guests and if I'm multi-streaming at the same time, what impact that's going to have on bandwidth. So that's going to be an interesting test, but I'm definitely interested to see what happens there. And so, great. And then remote control, so I have an Elgato Stream Deck, so you can go in here and say, yep, allow Stream Deck, or if you have the loop deck, you can go in here and say, yep, let the loop deck talk to Ecamm. There were some updates to the driver that goes with my Stream Deck so that I have more options. I mean, like, one of the cool things I like is that I can do markers now. Why would I want to do markers? So when I'm recording interviews or when I'm recording and doing segments, then, when you go back and you post it on YouTube, you'll do time codes to show chapters in your YouTube video. YouTube sends people there to see this, and so those chapters help add the search engine optimization for your videos. So let's say maybe the first minute or two wasn't matching what somebody wanted to see, but my chapter matched up, so when they did a search, they hit the chapter and it shows them exactly what they're looking for. I would rather somebody watch a portion of my video than to watch none of my video. So those people that complain, why would I want to do that? So yeah, that's really cool there. All right, let me turn off live demo mode there. So anyway, and now we'll go back to just me. So that's a really neat feature. It will do it'll do a stamp, and then it'll write it out to a text file. And then when you end your stream or end your recording, it's going to write those time codes to the text file. So let me show you what it looks like. I was testing earlier, and then you can actually do Command M, and it'll pop up and have you type in what it is. So let's go over here. Of course, I'm not actually streaming over here, so I can't do that on this machine, but I'll hit I have an M, and you'll see marker added. Well, no, you won't see it because I'm not demoing. Let's go back to demo mode again. Yeah, this is what happens when you try to do crazy live. Crazy live, things happen. So if you look here at my screen, if I hit marker added, so you'll see marker added. If I do Command M, oh, nope. Let's don't do that. And let's see. Function, function key, okay. Well, that was fun. I love when that happens. All right, so bring my windows back. Bring all to the front. Okay. Show all utility windows. There we go. Bring them all back. All right. So when I do the marker, and if I can do Command M, it's not working right now, strangely, because of my keyboard, but it will pop up and give me an option to label that marker, so I can say, okay, this moment I changed over to a new segment. Why is this marker good? Because then I can take that text file and I can upload this to my YouTube channel description to show my channel markers, basically the different chapters of my video. So that's very helpful. I think that's something that people will find very useful. And then the next thing that's really cool, I do like the speed check, like I said. You also have a window where you can go and look at bandwidth statistics. So here's bandwidth statistics, and it kind of shows you, hey, this is what's going on right now. It's talking about rolling required bandwidth averages. So this can kind of give you some help in your troubleshooting to kind of see what's going on with your video. I think this works really well, and I like this. It's using Apple's network metrics in order to kind of give you this information. I didn't know that today till Doc Rock told me, because I was like, well, that's really cool. So, how you doing, sir? Yeah. Hey, Mommy Guide. Jeff, so I got some folks coming. Hey, all right, cool. Mommy Guide. Hey, JV, Big Red, huge demand, VG. Yep. Hey, Mommy Guide saying hi to everybody. I need to watch the replay stuff I missed. Roy, I haven't updated the beta. I am on the beta group. Yeah, and I don't normally run the betas. I've run betas in the past, but this one was just so amazing to me. I'm like, oh man, I'm going to run this because this is amazing. And so that's what I did. I'm going to take it back out of live demo mode. So we get back to showing the screen. And let's go back to my test Mac over here. All right. Everything else that Ecamm does, the overlays, all that cool stuff, still all works. Really cool stuff. There is bandwidth to monitor the internet. Yes. So I was just showing that. Let me go back to live demo mode there. And yep, turn on live demo mode. And then under window, you can go to bandwidth statistics. So I'll show you there. Kind of gives you an idea what your internet looks like. The other thing that's cool is that if I go to preferences and look at stream, it will tell you right here how much bandwidth you need to have in order to stream. It'll also tell you a test result when it did a test of your internet connectivity to kind of tell you if this number is close to this one. It's going to say nope, that's a no-go. You're not doing that. you're not streaming. You don't have it. And so you have to be aware. And you can do up to 10 if you have the bandwidth. It's just that's a lot of bandwidth it would take to do 10 streams. I wouldn't even try to do that. But anyway, so here I'm going live using the beta tonight. So because I think I'm streaming over to Facebook I haven't seen any comments from Facebook yet, so I don't know yet. This is my first time doing it, so people probably aren't used to seeing me over on Facebook yet. So yeah, that's how that goes. All right, going back. Other stuff that's really cool, like it's record only mode. So right here, we'll go here and look, and notice this difference here. So if you're used to it previously, it had a record button at the bottom. It doesn't anymore. Now it's this drop down menu right here, and so you gotta be careful because I have, like the other day. The other day I was doing a recording and I hit record and I was accidentally also live streaming at the same time. So live streaming at the same time, and so to my YouTube channel, and that's not what I wanted. So I can go right here and I can turn off stream, or I can turn off record, or I can turn on the virtual cam. I don't need it, but I can go here to record, and then that's going to give me the record button right here at the bottom, so that when I go and I hit that record button, it'll start recording, and it won't be streaming. So I like that. It'll take a little getting used to because I'm just so used to hitting that record button right there in the middle. So the go live button is still there, but whenever you get ready to go live. But then I can also turn on the stream, and it's just by going this drop down right here. So I think that's really cool. And again, when I'm doing recording, that marker function is there as well. And that would come in handy if I'm doing recording to define places where I'm doing Final Cut Pro editing or whatever your editing program is to get me there so that I can do the different edits. But also when I'm doing recording, I know I messed up. I also do clap my hands real loud because then the sound wave goes real high. And then I know, okay, there was something there. So when I go into Final Cut Pro or DaVinci Resolve, I'll go to that place and know, okay, that was a place where I was going to make a cut, or that's a place where I started over because I totally messed up and said dumb things, which is most of the things I record. So the other thing that's interesting, going back, is that the record button now has a 3-second timer. So yeah, okay. I guess that's like ready, set, go live type thing if that's what you're doing. And then I can do, press M for marker added or Command M. Not sure why that's doing that. Hello. Bring back my window. There we go. All right. So I can keep hitting M, and you'll see marker added, and it goes a little bit further. So I get the new segment. I hit M and marker added. So that's really helpful whenever you're doing editing or when you're trying to do your chapters for YouTube. So I think that's real helpful. I like that. Okay. Show file. So now if I show file, hello, there we go. Comes up. Here is a text file, and I'll open it with, I'm a big fan of Textastic, but anyway, so it comes up and shows me, and here's my time codes. So if I put a label, it would show the label beside it. So there's my time code. So that is going to be really handy for me when I'm doing editing or when I'm doing chapters. So love that feature. The other thing that's neat is that previously, so if I do comments, and I'm not going to delete anybody's comment because you guys are awesome. Yeah, I go live using beta all the time. Yeah, that's cool, mommy guide, yeah, la out there. So if I go and I delete somebody's comment now, it will actually delete it, because previously, if you had a moderator and they deleted a comment, it would still show up in the chat window you have on Ecamm. And so you could show that chat. It could be somebody was trolling you. You don't want that junk on your screen. You didn't realize that they were trolling you, and so you put it on the screen like, but now moderators can go and delete stuff, and it will delete it from the chat list inside Ecamm's window. So let me go back to live demo mode. Yep, turn it on. So you see my chats right here. If they deleted the chat, well then it would go away. Yeah, I hear you. There was a learning curve for me. Yep. But all streams are still auto recorded. No, Lala. The answer is yes, but I can go and tell it. Let's go back to the demo here. I can tell it. Oh, back to beta. Sorry. I can tell it that I want to stream, but I don't want to record. So the default is for the record and the stream buttons to be on. But you can turn off record and stream without recording. I used to be, if it's a preference and it wasn't a default, and so for a long time when I did live streams, I wasn't recording at the same time. And so I like to record my videos because I will sometimes repurpose my videos, or just so I can go watch them without, having to go on YouTube to see them. So anyway, so those are just some of the cool stuff that I think that Ecamm Live that this is going to have. The other thing is that record only will now be at a higher bit rate on video. I did notice sometimes when I was recording, there would just kind of be a haze sometimes. Not often, but sometimes when I record, it seemed like the recording had a haze. So now when you record, it's going to be at a much higher bit rate, and so the quality should be even better now in recordings. And I use recording like all the time to do tutorials, to do channel stuff I put on my channel. It's like, hats off to you, BG. Yep. The reason I use it is because it's very easy. OBS is very hard for me. Yes, OBS has a learning curve. Ecamm, I picked it up very quickly, though there are so many tutorial videos out there on YouTube for Ecamm, and there are also the group, the support group for Ecamm on Facebook is amazing. They have a Discord channel now, so if you're into Discord, you can go in the Discord and send them a message, say, hey, I'm having a problem with this, and whatever this is. And they also have a beta channel, so if you did run the beta version of this, you can go out and say, hey, when I use this device with this or this particular camera, this happened. So yeah, BG uses OBS for live and record videos, and your production's great. I love the production you do on your show. So OBS is working, and once you learn OBS does almost everything you want. But I've had a couple times where OBS just stopped working midstream for no particular reason. And granted, it was a bug, it was in the code, and they fixed it, and I got the next release, and it went fine. But after that, when I found Ecamm, I was like, I'm going to use Ecamm. And I've been an OG for Ecamm. I bought it when all they bragged about it was being able to go live on Facebook. So he just one day said, hey, we got this new product we're using, because I had used Ecamm's call recorder because I was using Skype for podcasting. I'd have guests come on, and so I'd record the audio using Ecamm's call recorder, which I think they still sell that product. I'm not sure, but yeah, it's good stuff. So let's make sure everything's still working. This is a cool thing. I'm doing NDI tonight to bring this in, so I'm really pleased about it. I was gonna do like a cheap. I have this cheap. Where's it at? This cheap capture card. It's not a cam link, and it was gonna work, but it wasn't gonna be pretty. So I like this much better using NDI. It's been very smooth, so I was very happy about that. And it's got a Logitech on it. So if you wonder why it's not zooming very well, it's because it's an old Logitech camera on there. So anyway, so I've just been so excited about Ecamm, and this is just a game changer to me. Absolute game changer, and this is going to level up my game. Again, I'm going to be mostly focused on YouTube, so I'm not going to use that multi-stream feature often, but at some point I do want to build up my Facebook channel and work on that. But right now for me, YouTube is priority. Now I was listening, Doc Rock did a great stream today about this. Sammy Superstar, how you doing out there, sir? So, and his point was that when you multi-stream, you pull an audience away from some platform. So if you want everybody on YouTube and you also live stream to Facebook, then you're pulling people away from Facebook. If you want to live stream on Facebook and you're also doing YouTube, you're going to pull viewers away from one place to the other, and you're going to wind up with some missed interactions because there's not capable of doing the chat all the way back and forth and across like that. So yeah, that is it. I'm just having, Sammy Superstar says Ecamm is wonderful. If you are not live streaming yet, first of all, you need to go to livestreampros.com/LEDA, and you need to go and get used to live streaming with your phone. You start the first 2 weeks with your phone. Your phone is more than capable of letting you live stream from it. So you can live stream right into Facebook, and it's a great way to prep yourself to be able to go live and get used to being in front of a camera and talking to the camera. I look at the camera as my best friend because it lets me talk to you guys. Sure, the mic is catching the audio, but it lets me look at you guys and talk to you guys. I don't see you, but I see you in the chat and you interact with me, and I'm so thankful for all you guys that do that. But that's how I go live. Is I think of the camera as being a portal for me to talk to my best friends and to talk to amazing people. And on this live streaming journey, I've met so many amazing people. So if you go to livestreampros.com, let me turn off live demo mode, and you go out there and go live every day in the month of August. Live every day in August. That's what LEDA stands for right now. Go and do that, and it will help you. And then when you get ready to start making an effort to go live and you want to up your game, you want to be able to do cool overlays and stuff like that, stuff like, hit that subscribe button, hit the like button, ring the bell. So that's the call to action I'm supposed to tell you. Do those things, to have cool overlays, to do that kind of stuff. Ecamm makes that very simple. You can also do it with OBS. But if you are a Mac user or you've ever thought about being a Mac user, this is a great time to be a Mac user. The M2 chip is out. I don't know that I would buy a MacBook Pro 13-inch though. I'd go with a MacBook Air. I would put 16 gig of memory, and I would do at least 512 of storage because the 256 gig storage is slower. So if you do the 512, they put two of the faster 256 chips in, and it's dramatically faster. And I would do the 16 gig so you get access to more cores. If you can afford it, do 24 gig, but 16 is more than enough. I'm on an M1 Mac Mini. It's doing everything I need it to do. I do video editing. I do audio production. I do Ecamm. I do all this stuff. I've done OBS on it. I've done all this on this M1 Mac with 16 gig, and it works fantastic. So, yeah. Yeah, so everybody go join LEDA so I can see you there. If I'm not seeing you already there, I know Lala's out there. I know Sammy Superstar's out there. I haven't seen Robert yet. Hopefully Robert's coming. Big Red, I hadn't seen you out there. You can go live on your phone every day if you want to try it. This is like it's your training wheels for your future YouTube channel if you want to do one. So, and that's it. That is my show for tonight. I thank everybody coming by. Again, go look at LEDA. If you're a Mac user, go download the beta. I do have a link in my description to get to the beta of Ecamm Live. In order to use the cool features, though, you do have to have a pro account. I do have a link. It is an affiliate link, so if you do click on it and eventually subscribe, I think I get a little bit of change. And so, yeah, if you decide to use Ecamm full time, that's the way to go. And the main thing is hit that go live button. I don't care what software you're using. I don't care what device you're using. What you have is what you go live with, and you bring yourself, and you're there. So that's it. That's my show for tonight. Thank you so much to everybody that came by. It was so awesome to see you guys. And yeah, there you go. Hey there. Yeah, so just saying hi to myself. One of those days when I got to find myself. So that's also the behind the scenes camera now. All right, that's it. Bye.